This conference will now
विपरीतास्तदोन्येतु
be recorded.
विपरीतास्तदोन्येतु अन्ये विपरीताः अन्ये विपरीताः. If they are not fulfilling these features, then they are known as paratantra vyadhis. Paratantra vyadhis. Then one small statement, just half of a line, but it is very, very important. What is that? Let us see. Vidyad evam malan api. Vidyad evam malan api. Here mala means basically dosha. So they were dividing the vyadhi into two, swatantra and paratantra, and explained how it is to be understood. And now with a small statement, Acharya makes a very big idea that in the same way, evam malanadi vidyad, you may understand doshas as well. That means when you are exploring a vyadhi, primarily you may understand that this is a swatantra vyadhi or paratantra vyadhi, but that is not the end of vyadhi pariksha. We will be further going to which is the dosha, which is the avastha, which is the sthana, which is the dushya involved. All these things will be explored, of which the first step is to understand which is the dosha. So while exploring the status of dosha, then also you may put this idea into practice. That means whether the dosha what you are experiencing or you are trying to find out is a swatantra dosha or a paratantra dosha. Swatantra dosha or paratantra dosha. I think in the next few lines you will understand the importance of this statement as well as the division of the diseases into swatantra and paratantra. Let us see. Again, one more line. Tam lakshayed avahito vigurvanan pradijwaram. Tam lakshayed avahito vigurvanan pradijwaram. Tan lakshayed avahitaha vikurvanan pradijwaram. Tan doshan. Vikurvanan doshan. Vikurvanan, something which goes to vikriti. Avahitaha we already met with that word. Avahitaha means with full attention, with full concentration, without distractions. Pradijwaram jware means vyadhi, roge. In every disease, vikurvanan tan avahitaha lakshayed. Pradijwaram vikurvanan tan means vikurvanan doshan. So in every disease, try to understand the status of doshas without any distraction, with full attention. In every disease, try to understand the status of doshas. That means whether the dosha what we are focusing on is swatantra or paratantra. What is the importance? Let us see. Tesham pradhana prashame prashamo ashamyadastadha paschat chigilsed turnam va balavandam upadravam. Tesham pradhana prashame prashamo shamyadastadha paschat chigilsed turnam va balavandam upadravam. Tesham vyadhinam. Which is the type of vyadhi what we are mentioning? That is the paratantra vyadhi. Paratantra vyadhi, they get relieved when you take control over the swatantra vyadhi. Tesham pradhana prashame prashamaha. Here pradhana means swatantra vyadhi. Apradhana means either purva rupa or upadrava. So purva rupa becomes irrelevant most often when the pradhana vyadhi is manifested. But Ubadravas are not like that. Upadrava, later on, Upadrava is the main category of Paratantra Vyadhi. They come later and they make all sorts of troubles in the course of treatment. So, generally, we tend to get distracted by the different Upadravas that can pop up during the course of the treatment. But here he is warning us. Generally, you are not supposed to bother about the Upadrava Vyadhis. Why? Tesham pradhana prashame prashamaha. Pradhana prashame tesham prashamaha. If you take control, if you cure the Pradhana Vyadhi, if you succeed in bringing about Shamana of the Pradhana Vyadhi, the Upadravas also will subside in most of the situations. Prayataha, not always. Then Ashamyatastatha. Ashamyataha. If they deny to resolve, if they do not get cured, then tadha paschad chikilsed. Paschad chikilsed. Treat them later. Treat them later. Then sometimes we will meet with the situations where the Upadrava develops into a life-threatening condition, or Upadrava becomes a serious priority as far as the quality of life of the patient is concerned. There are many examples. Diabetes, later on, some complications, Upatravas appear. Diabetes continues to exist, then one diabetic pidaga, prameha pidaga appears. So that is an Upadrava. It is a Paratantra Vyadhi. So here the rule is Tesham Pradhana Prashame Prashamaha. But we all know that Prameha cannot be cured that easily. So there is no question of there is Pradhana Prashame Prashamaha. Then what we have to do? Paschad Chikilsed. Paschad means after curing the Pradhana Vyadhi. But again, we all know that this is not going to get cured. So what will we do? Then the Upadrava Vyadhi becomes the priority. Upadrava Vyadhi becomes the priority. So the Acharya has very categorically made that situation into a priority. Let us see. Turnam va balavandam upadravam. Turnam va balavandam upadravam. Balavandam upadravam. Turnam va chikilsed. Turnam means prioritizingly fast. So you are supposed to attend such an Upadrava very fast, prioritizing it over the Pradhana Vyadhi, because it is Balavan. So Balavandam Upadravam Turnam Vachigilsed. Why? Vyadhi Klishta Sharirasya Pidagarataro Hisa. Vyadhi Klishta Sharirasya. Vyadhi Klishta Shariraha. The Rogi is in a state where he is very weak because of the continuing Pradhana Vyadhi. Vyadhi Klishta Shariraha. For such a person, this Upadrava is going to be very, very troublesome, very, very painful, unbearable. So we are prioritizing it, keeping the fact that it is an Apradhana Vyadhi aside. We are bringing it to the forefront and attend it on a priority. So these things are very important as far as the diseases are concerned, and the same approach should be given to doshas as well. Sometimes we will see many things, say for example, Kabhavrita Vayu. Kabhavrita Vayu, or better I think a more common example I will bring, which we mentioned the other day also. Shakrida Vayu, because of continuous Shagridrodha, Vegarodha, Vayu has become Avaruddha and it creates Udavarta. We all know the symptoms of Shagrid Rodha Janya Vikaras. Shakrita Pindi Godveshta Pradishyaya Shirorujaha. Shakrita Pindi Godveshta Pradishyaya Shirorujaha. So the priority of the patient is not Shagrid Rodham but Shiroruk. He is having this unbearable Shiroruk for weeks together, maybe, or even longer. So he is coming to you, please help me, I'm not able to do anything, I'm not able to eat, I'm not able to interact with others, I'm not able to sleep at night, please help me. So in such a situation, generally we tend to have a detailed examination of the patient. By that time he might have already consulted a couple of neurologists or general physician and might have eaten up with maybe a few grams of paracetamol. So on a detailed examination, we understand that he is having Shagrid Vegarodha Janya Shirashulam. So the primary problem, Pradhana Vyadhi or Pradhana Dosha even, is the factor which is causing the Rodha of Vayu. That is the Dushti here. So we have to remove the Rodha. That is the Pradhana Prashnam. But it may take some time because it is a very chronic issue. Just by evacuating the present loaded colon, the entire situation need not change. So we may prioritize the symptom of Vayu causing Shiroruk, and we may address the Pradeshika Vadakopam. That means the Vadakopam that has happened in the Jatrurthva causing Shiroruk, by maybe applying some Snigdha Thylams like Kshirabala or something of that sort locally, or putting some Shiro Abhyangam for the time being. But we should have the conviction that this is not going to clear the issue, because this is not the Pradhana Vyadhi. Later on, we have to treat the basic cause. So here also, Pradhana Vyadhi is there, Apradhana Vyadhi is there. But technically it is Apradhana, but as far as Rogi is concerned, that has become the Pradhana. Vyadhi Klishta Sharirasya Pidagarataro Hisaha. So you will have to Turnam va Balavandam Ubadravam. So here the Shirorup was an Ubadrava of Vegarodha, Shagrud Vegarodha, or Udavarta. So Pradhana Vyadhi is Udavarta. So we have to clear it later. So the general rule is Tesham Pradhana Prashame Prashamah Ashamyatastadha Paschachigil Sed Turnam Va Balavandam Upadravam. So three possibilities are listed out. This is very, very important. Please listen. Those who have started their clinical practice, the young Vaidyas, many a times you will be misguided by the information given by the patient. You should have compassion to the patient. You should have the daya, anuraga, all these things to the patient, but never take his words or her words for granted. Never take his or her words for granted. Basically, all human beings have got the tendency to show that I am innocent and this disease is not caused by my fault. So, however severe the symptom is, however helpless they are in a situation, they will conceal their faults to the best. So, don't take his or her words as granted prima facie. You have to explore further and identify the real cause, real crux of the story. That is why Acharya uses the word avahitaha multiple times in this chapter. This is a very small chapter, but interestingly, you will find that at least 4 times he has repeated the word avahitaha. So don't get that sort of a slip while examining the patient. That is very important. Okay, now we will proceed. Next lines. Vikarana kushalo na jihriyal kadajana. Vikarana kushalo na jihriyal kadajana. Nahi sarva vikaranam namadosti dhruva sthitihi. Vikarana kushalo na jihriyal kadajana. Vikaranama akusalaha. 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 Kushalata means samarthyam. Kushalata. Akushalaha. Asamarthyam. We feel we are not competent enough. We are not skilled enough. In what? In namakarana, nomenclature, in naming of a particular condition. We may meet with such situations many a times. Not Ayurvedists, everybody may meet with such a situation, that what is the name of the disease is not understood. That is, I think Acharya reassures us in this factor. Don't feel ashamed of yourself just because of your incapacity, incapability in naming a disease, because naming is immaterial, insignificant. When you meet with a condition, try to explain it in terms of doshas, dhadus, and avastha. Dosha, dhadu means sthanam, and avastha. Basically, we are looking into only three things: which is the dosha, which is the avastha, and which is the sthana. For fulfilling these three data, we will be looking around many other variables, which we will come to our discussion later. So here he is reassuring a Vaidya that na jihriyad, don't feel ashamed of the fact that you are a vikaranama kushalaha, akushala, unskilled in understanding a disease by its name. Why? Nahi sarva vikaranam namatosti dhruva sthitihi. Sarva vikaranam namataha sthiti na asti. For every disease, you cannot expect to have an existence by name. Each and every disease, you cannot expect them to have an existence by name. Then what? That is the golden lines what you are going to meet in Ashtanga Hridaya. The next 4 lines are going to be the golden lines in Ashtanga Hridaya. Let us see. Sa eva kupito doshaha samuthana visheshatah sthanandarani cha prapya vikaran kurude bahun. Tasmad vikara prakrtir adhishtanandarani cha buddhva hedu visheshamscha shikhram kuryadupakramam. I will repeat. Saeva kupito doshaha samuthana visheshatah sthanandarani cha prapya vikaran kurude bahun. Tasmad vikara prakrtir adhishtanandarani cha buddhva hedu visheshamscha shikhram kuryadupakramam. Let us see what are told in these 4 lines. Sa eva kupitaha doshaha samuthana visheshatah sthanandarani cha prapya vikaran kurude bahun. We will explain these 2 lines first. Sa eva kupitaha doshaha. Kupitaha sa eva doshaha. Kupitaha, kupitaha. Sa eva, the same, the one and only dosha which has gone to the stage of kupita, kopa. Kupitaha sa eva doshaha samuthana visheshatah. Samuthana vishesham. Samuthana means hedu, nidanam. Vishesham means the specificity. Vishesham, specificity. So, as decided by the specific nidana, as decided by the specific nidana, sa eva kupitaha doshaha, the same kupita dosha, sthanandarani cha prapya by reaching, where sthanandarani, sthanandaram, different sthanas. So the same dosha, by the influence of the specific nidana, may reach or target different sthana. That means sthana vishesha. Then vikaran kurude bahun, bahun vikaran kurude. So dosha is same, diseases are many. Why? Samuthana visheshataha. The same dosha can cause multitude of diseases as per the influence of the nidana. Vayu can cause simple nakhabheda and horrible pakshaghata. Vayu can cause very simple nakhabheda to very horrible pakshaghata. The reason behind is Vayu. The cause behind is Vayu. But the cause behind Vatakopa will be different. Cause behind Vatakopa will be different. So, according to that specific nidana, Vayu may engage with different sampraptis and the manifestation of diseases will be different. So you need not bother about what is the name of the disease manifested, but you should be able to decipher what has happened behind that particular nameless disease. What has happened behind that nameless disease. So what is the answer you expect? You have to start from the samuthana vishesha, dosha vishesha, dosha anubandha, srodas, dhadu, ashaya, avayava. All these factors are to be well thought of and understand the real picture that has happened behind that disease. That is what is told in the next two lines. Let us see. Tasmad vigara prakritiradhishtanandharani cha buddhva hedu visheshamscha shikhram kuryadupakramam. How beautiful these lines are. Let us see. Tasmad, so the advice is vigara prakriti adhishtanandharani cha buddhva hedu visheshamscha shighram kuryad upakramam. Tasmad vikara prakriti adhishtanandharani cha buddhva hedu visheshan cha shighram upakramam kuryad. Three things he is asking us to understand before starting upakrama. Upakrama should be done very fast. Shighram upakramam kuryad, because otherwise the disease will progress to the next phase. Shighram upakramam kuryad. But three things should not be underestimated or missed. What are they? Vikara prakriti. Vikara prakriti. Prakriti is swabhavam. Vikara prakriti, the swabhava of a vikara. That means something like the horoscope of the disease. Jataka, the horoscope of the disease. How it was born, when it was born, what is its nature, how it is going to progress, and where it is going to end in. This is Vikara Prakriti. So you should have a correct idea about what is going to happen and how all these things started. Vikara Prakriti. adhishtanandarani cha. Adhishtanandaram is the sthanandaram what we saw in the second line, where this particular issue is going to get manifested. In which dosha, sorry, in which dhadu, in which mala, in which srotas, in which avayava, in which ashaya, or whatever it is, which we generally call as dushya vishesha. Sthanandarani, adhishtanandarani. Then buddhva hedu visheshan cha. That is told as the last one, but that is the foremost and the topmost one. Buddhva hedu visheshan cha. Hedu visheshan, not hedu but hedu vishesham, because that specificity decides the course of the dosha across the disease. That hedu vishesha decides the course of the dosha across the entire course of disease. So hedu visheshancha. So understanding these three things, then no issue. Forget about the name of the disease. Shighram upakramam kuryad. Shighram upakramam. These four lines are the golden lines that we can use in understanding every disease. Let it be the newcomer COVID-19. If you are trying to understand what is the mechanism behind COVID-19, these are the three rules. What is that? Vigara prakriti. So you have to understand everything about the disease, its rupa, its upadrava, its particular type of involvement of doshas, its particular type of involvement of dushyas, which all srodasas are involved, which all avayavas are involved. Understand everything from whatever material available, from whichever country, whichever source. Understand everything, the vigara prakriti. Then understand adhishtanandaram. Every day new problems are popping up. Sometimes it was believed that it is affecting the respiratory system alone, the lungs are the targets. Later on news came that liver is also involved in some cases. Then kidneys are also involved in some cases. Then skin relations came. Then mental issues popped up. Now there is proof that in certain cases brain is also involved. So adhishtanandarani, where all areas this particular samprapti is getting targeted. Then most important, hedu vishesham. Hedu vishesham. So you have to look backward and identify. That is where we may be meeting with the concepts of Janavadodhamsanam. This tasya moolam adharmaha. Agnivesha was told by Atreya that, see Agnivesha, the reason for all this Janavadodhamsana is adharmaha. So sometimes we may be forced to look into factors like that, but that may not be correctable all of a sudden. Then what all changes that has happened in various elements due to that adharma may be rectified on a priority basis. So we will have to start from the very scratch while addressing such Janavadodhamsana vyadhis. So all these things are derived out of these four lines. Saeva kupido doshaha samuthana visheshata sthanandarani cha prapya vigaran kurude bahun tasmad vigara pragritiradhishtanandarani cha buddhva hedu visheshamscha shighram kuryadupakramam. So this is very, very important, and keep it always in your minds. Then how do we analyze these three factors? I already told that only three things we are looking into: vigara prakriti, adhishtanandaram, hedu vishesham. For getting information about these three, we have to look into many other small factors that is explained in the next line, which is a very famous line. Everybody knows this. Dushyam desham balam kalam अनलं प्रकृतिं वयः सत्त्वं सात्म्यं तथाहारम् अवस्थाश्च पृथग्विधाः सूक्ष्मसूक्ष्माः समीक्ष्यैषां दोषौषधनिरूपणे यो वर्तते चिकित्सायां न स स्खलति जादुचित् दूष्यं देशं बलं कालमनलं प्रकृतिं वयः सत्त्वं सात्म्यं तथाहारमवस्थाश्च पृथग्विधाः सूक्ष्मसूक्ष्माः समीक्ष्यैषां दोषौषधनिरूपणे यो वर्तते चिकित्सायां न स स्खलति जादुचित्. Let us see. दूष्यं देशं बलं कालं अनलं प्रकृतिं वयः सत्त्वं सात्म्यं तथा आहारम्. So he has listed out few factors. What is the purpose of looking into these things? Dosha aushadha nirupane. Dosha aushadha nirupane. Dosha nirupanam and aushadha nirupanam. Actually, this is a very basic rule. The duty of a Vaidya is to look into two principles. Number one is Vyadhi Tattvam. Number two is Aushadha Tattvam or Bheshaja Tattvam. Vyadhi Tattvam and Bheshaja Tattvam. So here the dosha means represents understanding Vyadhi Tattvam properly. Aushadha means or represents understanding Bheshaja Tattva properly. So if you are supposed to deliver the duty of a Vaidya properly, you have to look into these things: Dushyam, Desham, Balam, etc., 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 up to Aharam. Then Esham Sukshma Sukshmaha Pruthagvidhaha Avasthaha cha. Esham Pruthagvidhaha Sukshma Sukshmaha Avasthaha cha Samikshya. Samikshya means going deep and exploring the fact to the subtlest level. Samikshanam, Samyag Ikshanam is called Samikshanam. Proper, unbiased and critical understanding of a situation, that is known as Samiksha. So that physician, Yaha, that physician who Chikilsayam Vartade, engage himself in the act of Chikilsa, Chikilsayam Vartade. How? Samiksha, doing the proper Samiksha of Esham Pruthagvidhaha Sukshma Sukshmaha Avasthaha, of whose Dushya, the 10 factors, then na saskhaladi jadujit. I assure you that naskhaladi, he never fails, he never slips in a situation. Jadujit, Jadujit means for sure. He will not miss a point in the entire engagement of Chikilsa. So this is the result, this is the prayojanam of doing proper Vikara Prakriti Adhishtanandarani Hedu Vishesha Pariksha. Dushyam Desham Balam Kalam Analam Prakritim Vaya Sattvam Sapmyam Tadhaharam Avasthascha Pruthagvidhaha Sukshma Sukshmaha Samikshyesham Dosha Ushadha Nirupane Yo Vartade Chikilsayam Na Saskhaladi Jadujit. Now, having said all these things, we get a feeling that things are very, very easy. Things are very straightforward, but that need not be the case always. That need not be the case always. So in the next few lines, he is highlighting certain areas where you may go wrong very easily. What are the situations? We will see. Gurvalpavyadhi samsthanam Sattvadeha balabalad drishyadepyanyadhakaram tasminnavahido bhaved. Gurvalpavyadhi samsthanam Sattvadeha balabalad drishyadepyanyadhakaram tasminnavahido bhaved. He is warning, giving some sort of a warning. Guru Alpa Vyadhi Samsthanam. Samsthanam means presentation, signs and symptoms, Lakshanam, Akriti, Samsthanam. Vyadhi Samsthanam, Vyadhi Lakshanam. Guru Alpa Vyadhi Samsthanam, the Vyadhi Samsthanam of Guru Vyadhi and Alpa Vyadhi. Guru Vyadhi means a severe, very dangerous, severe disease. Alpa Vyadhi means a Mrudu Vyadhi, which is a trivial disease. So, Guru Alpa Vyadhi Samsthanam, Sattvadeha Balabalad. Balabalad means because of Bala and Abala. Bala and Abala of Sattva and Deha. Sattva is Manas, Deha is Deha, Sharira. So, because of the Bala and Abala of Deha and Manas, Guru Alpa Vyadhi Samsthanam, the Vyadhi Samsthanam, the signs and symptoms of Guru Vyadhi and Laghu Vyadhi, Drishyade Anyadhagaram. Drishyade appears Anyadhagaram, otherwise. That means when the patient is having good strength for his body and mind, a Guru Vyadhi may appear as a Laghu Vyadhi. Similarly, if a patient is having very weak Sharira and Manas, an Alpa Vyadhi may present like a Guru Vyadhi. Drishyadeppi Anyadhakaram. Tasmin avahido bhaved. Again the word comes avahitaha. Don't get distracted in such situations. Don't get distracted in such situations. Tasmin avahitaha bhaved. In such possibilities, be very cautious. Look into the situation very seriously. Tasmin avahitaha bhaved. Otherwise, what will happen? Gurum laghumidi vyadhim kalpayam stu bhishagbruvah alpadoshaagalanaya pathe vipradipadyade. Gurum laghumidi vyadhim kalpayam stu bhishagbruvah alpadoshaagalanaya pathe vipradipadyade. Gurum laghum idi vyadhim kalpayan. Gurum vyadhim laghum idi kalpayan. Kalpayan by assuming what? A serious disease, a Guru Vyadhi, assuming that it is a Laghu Vyadhi, because the patient is taking it as very silly. He has excellent strength for the Deha and Manas. So even though there is a serious disease residing within him, he is taking it as a silly affair. So he is presenting it as a very silly problem. So that is why I told, don't take the words of the patient to be granted as such. You should have your critical way of thinking at it or looking at it. So by kalpayan, by assuming that or presuming that this is a very alpa vyadhi, you may treat a Guru Vyadhi alpadoshaagalanaya pathe vipradipadyade, and you will go wrong in your treatment. You will go wrong in pathe vipradipadyade. You will go wrong in the pathya. Pathya is the chikilsa synonym. Then what is happening? Tadolpam alpaviryam ya Guru Vyadhau prayojidam Udirayettaram rogan samsodhanamayo gataha. Tadaha. So by assuming a Guru Vyadhi as a Mrudu Vyadhi, alpam alpaviryam va samsodhanam prayojidam. In a Guru Vyadhi, you are going to give a samshodhana, a shodhana aushadam, which is alpam or alpaviryam. Alpam or alpaviryam. And what is going to happen? Udirayettaram rogan. Rogan udirayettaram. That will udirayettaram means further udiranam will be resulted. Udiranam worsening. So the roga will worsen further. The moment you start giving the Shodhana Aushadham in a Guru Vyadhi, presuming that it is a Alpa Vyadhi, so you have given a Alpa Virya Aushadham, and this is going to cause worsening of the situation. Udirayettaram Rogan Samsodhanam Ayogadaha. Ayogam is the Hina Yogam of the Shodhanam is the reason. Then sometimes the reverse also may happen. The patient may be complaining of severe issues just because of his weakness of body and mind, and you will judge it as a very serious disease. Then accordingly, Shodhanam Twadiyogena Viparidam Viparye Srinuyam Namalaneva Kevalam Vapurasyati. You will give a very powerful or overdose medicine for Shodhanam in a Mridu Vyadhi, presuming that it is a Guru Vyadhi, and that will throw out all the doshas, no doubt, but that will be destroying the body itself. It is not going to address the dosha alone, but it is going to spoil the entire Sharira itself. So this could be a slip that can happen even though you are well trained in understanding the disease properly. Here the reason is Sattvadeha Balabalam. So never take a patient's word for granted. By the way, maybe in a couple of minutes, I will give you one simple example or story. There is one serial or story in American TVs, which name is Holmes MD. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Holmes MD. It is about the story of a doctor, Dr. Holmes. Sorry, House. It is not Holmes, but House. House MD. That is the name of the serial. You can find it in this Netflix or YouTube or wherever you search, doesn't matter. House MD. This Dr. House is a very outstanding diagnostician, but of course he is a very weird character, not at all a well-behaved person, having all sorts of misbehavior in his personality, but he is an outstanding diagnostician. So it is the entire story. Every episode is about the diagnosis of a very mysterious disease. So in that case, in that story, one advice that Dr. House is giving to everybody is that don't believe a patient, he is a liar. So don't take these words of Dr. House in its real, the literary sense, but there is a lot to be understood in that words. Don't believe a patient, he is a liar, because these sort of issues can happen. That need not be deliberate. That need not be deliberate from the side of the patient, but we will fall prey to that sort of misinformation. The same thing happened to me personally in the last couple of months back. One of my friend's wife, she was having a back pain, and I was treating her maybe for some other problems very frequently. When this back pain came, she was coming for a voluntary admission in my hospital, and I was not there during the admission also. However, she got admitted, and during the case taking and everything, she was presenting it as a result of a fall, and she is a diabetic, chronic diabetes. So actually, the body is in a altered condition because of the chronic diabetes, and the condition was diagnosed like something like a slip disc or a part of Gridhrasi, and she was treated accordingly. Interestingly, during the hospital stay, she improved well, and she got discharged because of this lockdown and everything which came in between. So we were not in a position to continue the treatment. What I'm telling is, due to a slip in the proper assessment of the condition, we missed a real diagnosis. Maybe multiple reasons: improper, say lack of proper time for patient examination, and some sort of a leniency from our side that it is our friend's wife, so there may not be any serious problem. We always tend to think like that, and ultimately after discharge, maybe in 1 month or 2 months time, the condition reappeared, the pain reappeared, and she was not in a position to come to our hospital again because she is 70 kilometers away. Traveling is not a possibility. So she consulted locally. Again, that condition was diagnosed as a maybe a sprain in the muscle, or a something like a sequence of the fall which she had, or something like that, and treated accordingly, but it was not resolving. Again, now went for a CT scan, and the condition is diagnosed as a TB spine. So that is a misdiagnosis from our part, or whoever treated in between from their part. That should not have happened. That should not have happened. So this can happen irrespective of the best of awareness about all these things. This can happen. Anybody may go wrong, but whenever we go wrong, we have to be more cautious. Whenever we go wrong, we have to learn a lot of things from a wrong diagnosis than from a right diagnosis. So these lines again flashing through my mind multiple times when we get a wrong diagnosis. Tasmad vikar, we slipped in this situation. Gurum laghumidi vyadhin kalpayamstu bishakbruvah alpadoshagalanaya pathe vipradivadyade. तदोल्पम अल्पवीर्यं वा गुरुव्याधौ प्रयोजितं उदीरयेत्तरां रोगान् संशोधनमयोगदः शोधनं त्वधियोगेन विपरीतं विपर्यये क्षिणुयान्न मलानेव केवलं वपुरस्यति. So these things are very, very important. When one Vaidya goes or meets with a mistake, and when it is shared, that may help 100 other Vaidyas from avoiding that misdiagnosis or the same wrong diagnosis in the future. That is why I am sharing this. Okay, fine. So I think we will go through one more shloka, which is almost the last one. Almost last one. We will see it. After stating, or after having said all these things about the importance of understanding the dosha, swatantra, paratantra, all these things, and giving a crisp advice on the diagnosis, its importance of sattva-deha, bala, abala, and everything, he is concluding the lecture, the chapter, by stating that adobhiyukta sadadam sarvamalochya sarvadha तथा युञ्जीत भैषज्यम् आरोग्याय यथा ध्रुवम्. अतोऽभियुक्तः सततं सर्वमालोच्य सर्वथा तथा युञ्जीत भैषज्यम् आरोग्याय यथा ध्रुवम्. अतः अभियुक्तः सर्वम् आलोच्य सर्वथा तथा युञ्जीत भैषज्यम् आरोग्याय yatha dhruvam. Ataha. So, as a concluding statement, I would say abhiyuktaha. Abhiyuktaha, by properly that abhiyuktaha is a visheshana for a vaidya. Abhiyuktaha vaidyaha. Abhiyuktaha means somebody who is properly trained in the shastra and its prayoga. We should look into the qualities of Vaidya, which is explained. Dakshastirthatta shastrartho drishtakarma shuchirbhishak. Dakshastirthatta shastrartho drishtakarma shuchirbhishak. So somebody who is properly trained, properly seen the theories working, that is abhiyuktaha Vaidya. Satadam, always, Sarvam Alochya, by considering or taking everything into consideration, Sarvadha, by all means, Tadha Yunjita Bhaishajyam, give or apply the treatment in such a way, Tadha Yunjita Bhaishajyam, Yadha Dhruvam Arogyaya, how in such a way that it will bring health, arogya, that will bring arogya. So that is the take home story of this entire chapter. Adobhiyukta sadadam sarvamalochya sarvadha tadha yunjita bhaishajyam arogyaya yadha dhruvam. Now in the next few lines he is explaining the different types of dosha vikalpa, अंशांश बल विकल्पम वक्ष्यन्ते परम दोषा वृद्धिक्षय विभेदतः, वक्ष्यन्ते परम अतः परम वृद्धिक्षय विभेदतः दोषाः वक्ष्यन्ते, अंशांश बल विकल्प विशेषेण दोषाः वक्ष्यन्ते. So generally we assume that this is some sort of a mathematical or computational possibilities of different permutations and combinations that can happen between three doshas, which is generally considered as an intellectual exercise which a clinician is not going to meet in his clinical practice ever. But as and when we practice more and more, I have a feeling that we have to explore these parts more and more, because this is a big challenge that the Acharya has posed in front of us. The more and more we put our brains into this, either alone or together, the more and more precise will be our prescriptions and the sharper will be the outcomes. So they are to be looked seriously, but I think explaining them just over an online lecture mode may not be very meaningful. But anyway, I would request everybody to look into these next few lines seriously, and maybe in the next class we will just read it aloud and try to conclude what is explained or what is the message in it, and we will try to explain in comparison with the Rasabhediyam chapter as well, and we will end up the Doshabhediyam in the next class. If everybody is interested, we will go to the maybe another couple of chapters in Ashtanga Hridayam Sutrasthanam, which will polish the information what we have discussed so far in this chapter called Dosha Bhediya. So it is up to the admin, the organizer of this class, to decide whether to continue or not. And right now I think it is 1 hour. We will conclude here. Thank you very much for this wonderful listening group, dedicated Ayurvedic group, and I am obliged for your cooperation. So Vaidya Nilesh, please conclude whether we go ahead with the maybe a couple of chapters in Sutrasthana, or what is our next plan?
Yes, sir. I will share with you, and again very for your time, all of us. We all are you during this time, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, then I think we will continue. Maybe most possibly, I think we can have another session on Sunday morning as we did the other day. Is
Yes,
it
sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
I don't know
Yes,
whether I am grabbing your Sunday hours.
no, sir. No, sir. We'll continue.
Okay, then I think if nothing is coming in between, we will meet again on Sunday morning, 7:30.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
7:30.
thank you very much. Thank you very much.